Always remember you like a child. La 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 la. Baby, I love you. If you wanna leave, take good care. We can make a lot of nice friends, I bet. Just remember there's a lot of that and beware. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by on a smile. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you like a child. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you like a child. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Always remember you like a child girl. Welcome, everyone. We were born before, oh, so young in the sun. Yeah, the body was one as we sailed into the misty. Heart now here to set us bright. Smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirits fly as we sail into the misty. When that fog goes, I'll be coming home. When that fog blows, I got a feeling I don't have to feel it now. I wanna rock the gypsy soul, like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we float into the misty. When that fog blows, I'll be coming home. When that fog is so close, I got a feeling I don't have to feel it now. I wanna rock the gypsy soul, like way back in the days ago. And magnificently we float into the misty. To the misty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Celebrate Campbell. My name is Steve. This is Ed over here. We are Lavender Fields Band. I'll play one more song for y'all. We're going to get started. Ken, thanks for having us. You just joined us on Zoom. And I think, Ken, you're live on Facebook, so we're good to go, yeah? Awesome. Remember those walls up there? Baby, they're tumbling down. They didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make a sound. I found a way to let you in, but I never really had a dime. I'm standing in the light of your halo. I got my angel now. It's like I've been awakened. Every rule you got me breaking. It's a risk that I'm taking. I ain't never gonna shut you out. Everywhere I'm looking at, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Oh, baby, I can feel it. You know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. Oh, baby, I can feel it. You won't fade away. I can feel it, Lord. I can feel it, Lord. I can feel it, Lord. Ooh. 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 Hit me like a ray of sun. I'm burning through my darkest night. You're the only one that I want. Think I'm addicted to your light. I swore I'd never fall again, but this don't even feel like falling. Gravity you can't forget to pull me back to the ground again. Feels like I've been awakened. Every rule you let me break it. It's a risk that I'm taking. I ain't never gonna shut you out. Everywhere I'm looking at, I'm surrounded by your grace. Oh, baby, I can feel it. I know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. Oh, baby, I can feel it. You won't fade away. I can feel it, Lord. I can feel it, Lord. I can feel it, Lord. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. I can feel it, Lord. I can feel it,
Very good. Welcome.
I'm unmuted. It's unmuted.
Hey, hang on. Is he on, Kim?
Camera's off. It's off.
Okay. We'll get there. Nicholas, go ahead. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all.
Nicholas, go ahead. Talk. Keep talking, Nicholas. Hi, Randy. Is he on, Kim?
I think he's muted. Okay.
You ready, Evan? Let's go. Start talking.
Well, hello, everyone. Good to see all of you for our Celebrate Campbell. Good evening from the California State Assembly. It's a pleasure and an honor to work with all of you to honor and celebrate our 2020 Campbell Citizen of the Year. As many of you know, Campbell's Citizen of the Year is selected by a committee of community and civic members based on nominations that were received by the public. And of course, this award is that much more important given our current events. Having said that, it's a distinct honor of mine that we recognize Anna Spear for our 2020 Campbell Citizen of the Year. I had the pleasure of working with Anna at the city of Campbell back when I served on the city council. But for those of you who don't know of this amazing public servant, Anna retired in 2019 after a 28 years of service career with the Campbell Police Department in the Bureau of Field Operations. As many of you know, she has also served in many capacities, helping the community in a wide variety of different areas. So we cannot thank her enough for the commitment, not only in her past service for the Campbell Police Department, but also as a reserve. Please join me in thanking Anna Spear for keeping our community safe, and congratulations on this tremendous honor. You will absolutely join a long list of dedicated, well-renowned public servants. I'm also proud to also recognize a few other individuals as well, including my own father, Dr. Arthelo with the West San Jose Campbell Alliance Club. I think this might count, hopefully, for my interaction with him for the week, given our social distancing and our Zooms. But in all seriousness, congratulations, Dad, for the recognition from the community on your service. Even though you're retired, you continually tell me that you're spending your weekends and your hours looking for public speakers and guest speakers alike and supporting our Campbell community. So again, on behalf of the Campbell community, thank you very much for your service. Along the same lines too, let us also celebrate and recognize some of the Business of the Year finalists. We'd like to honor Mathnasium, Sports Basement, and the Prune Yard. Thank you so very much for being an integral part of the Campbell community. And again, this is an opportunity for us to recognize the who's who in Campbell. So again, on behalf of the state of California and the Campbell community, congratulations to all of your service. We very much look forward to seeing so much from you in the very near future. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you, Evan. I'm a past president of the chamber, Janie Kelly, and at this time it's my pleasure to introduce our executive director, Ken Johnson.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate everybody being here. One of the things I've learned, we're at the chamber, we're really good at putting on events. I'm learning today, we're not so good at putting on Facebook Live events, but we're trying. So I've learned some new words in this whole thing. One is pivot. We have learned to pivot, and I'm done pivoting. So what's really nice for me is to look out here and see some familiar faces, people who have made Campbell so special, and really grateful that you all could be here tonight as we celebrate the best of what Campbell has to offer. I want to talk just a second about the the Campbell Chamber Community Foundation and what we're doing in terms of the community. When this was originally planned to take place in March, right? It was the weekend when the lockdown took place. We had almost 300 people ready to come to Villa Ragusa to celebrate in person. And obviously we couldn't do it. We weren't able to do it. And so what happened from that time until now is there was just incredible generosity from people in the community who said, take what I paid to come to celebrate Campbell and make that a donation to the foundation for our scholarship program. And so we at the Community Foundation are very grateful to everybody who chose to donate their tickets to the foundation and to provide money for our scholarships. And last year we announced the scholarship program in the names of 3 prominent people in Campbell. The first one is Betty Deal, who had my job at the chamber many years ago and was a real firecracker and a spark plug in Campbell of getting things done. So we're honored to have her name continue to go on in Campbell to high school seniors in the Campbell Union High School District, who one student will receive a scholarship in her name. The second is Sally Howe, who was instrumental in the Downtown Campbell Business Association and the Campbell Express, the Country Women's Club of Campbell, so many different things. Another powerhouse woman in Campbell who got things done. And last year at Celebrate Campbell, we announced a 3rd scholarship in the name of Mike Katowski. So Mike gladly is still with us. And Mike, I know you're on the call, so hello to you. I hope you're enjoying the Facebook feed. But the reason I did Mike is when I first took this job, I asked somebody, who do I need to meet in Campbell to learn more about how things work? And Mike Katowski's name came up first. He's a 3-time mayor, has been involved in doing things forever and a real mentor to me. So I appreciate what he did. And while he's still alive, I want young people in Campbell to meet him and have an opportunity to learn some of the history of Campbell through the knowledge that he has. So the 3rd scholarship that we have is the Mike Katowski Scholarship. And God willing, Mike will be around for many years to present it himself to a deserving student in Campbell. Across the bottom of the screen, all through the Facebook feed today, you're going to see a donation link at campbellchamberfoundation.org/donate. You can make a donation. You're going to learn a bit later tonight about another program we started during this pandemic called Ribbons for Recovery and Campbell Cares. We'll talk a little bit more about that as a foundation program in just a little bit. I'm grateful for all of the winners who were able to be here tonight, and for those who couldn't be here to be on Zoom. This has been a really interesting event to put together with a remote staff, but we're going to do our best. So bear with us. I hope we see nothing but thumbs up and likes and loves in the comments section If you're going to throw some angry ones, it's because you couldn't hear Nicholas Welsenbach, and I apologize, Nicholas, for that. So we're going to begin tonight now by starting to recognize some of the best of of who makes Campbell so special, and that's starting with the Citizen of the Year. And you're going to learn a little bit about Anna, but I'm just going to make my own comment. Anna is someone who does not like to be recognized in public. I sort of blame her for the whole thing of being shut down. She did not want to speak, and so I'm glad that she's here with us tonight. She is much like Carol Hoffman, who's going to introduce her, who was Citizen of the Year in 2018. Just does things, and when they say they're going to do something, they do it. And that's something that I appreciate so much when we require the work of volunteers to get things done in the chamber and the foundation. So I will now like to introduce the 2018 Citizen of the Year to introduce the 2019 Citizen of the Year, Carol Hoffman.
Hi, I'm happy to be here this evening, and my name is Carol Hoffman, and I was last year's Citizen of the Year, and I'm here to introduce Anna Spear, our current Citizen of the Year. And she is, as Ken said, absolutely amazing. I'm proud to call her a friend of mine, and very happy to be up here to be able to introduce her. She's busy. She gets a lot done around the city all the time. Busier than me, which I wasn't sure that was possible, but she's out and about, and just, you know, kind of a behind the scenes kind of person. She doesn't really want to be recognized. I'm not going to embarrass you, I promise. So Anna actually, she immigrated from Spain with her family when she was younger, and she came into Campbell, just as Evan Lowe mentioned, came in through the Campbell Police Department 28 years ago. And we are so happy to have had her as part of that, and now retired. But there's so many things that she did. I'm going to tell you some of what those are. So a couple of things that she's done. I'm going to name a few. There's a lot more. But Night to Shine is a great event, and it's been going on for years. And Anna's one of those volunteers. It's like a prom, and she's out there dancing, having a great time. It's fantastic. And one year, even the officers made up a dance and did it for everybody. It was pretty cool. Downtown, she does lots of things for downtown. I'll kind of run them through, but Bunnies and Bonnets, and Creepy Crawly, and Carol of Lights. She's like, yeah, well, you've been busy. And these are things that matter and keeps, you know, a lot of the great energy that we have in Campbell. One of Anna's favorite things to do is the community toy program. And we really appreciate what she does for that. Our underserved kids in the Campbell School District, that's what that's for. And so these kids every year get a giant bag of toys. We works with a lot of different volunteers, and Anna's one of the pivotal people there, and we really appreciate that. And Anna does have a passion that I really appreciate. She's a volunteer, takes care of basically fostering neonatal kittens, and that's important. And the Mini Cat Town does an adoption out for those, and she's supporting them, which is fantastic. So I wanted to show the award because this award is beautiful. I have one like it, but Anna got something special that I didn't get, and I'm going to read it to you. It's the base of this, and it says, "The wood taken from the Teddy Roosevelt tree in Campbell, California. It was cut in 2020, having died 5 years earlier as a result of its environment. The beautiful wood grain, stress, ripples, and color make it a living specimen to the immortality of being," which is so appropriate. This is a precious award, and you fully deserve it. Anna, I wish you a congratulations, and thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you. I had something written up, but everybody's already talked and said everything that I was planning on saying. So I'm just going to say that I have been very, very lucky to have worked for an amazing police department who gave me the opportunity to work with an amazing community. And it is those people that work in this community and gather together to make a difference that make Campbell just a wonderful place to be. I've really enjoyed working with the home church and West Valley RCC. The chamber has been a fantastic group of people that I've met and over the years, starting when, some of the events with the police department, and the downtown business owners who are so willing to always support all of the special things that we end up doing, such as Creepy Crawly and Bonnies and Bonnets, and my passion, the Campbell Toy Program. Thank you for everything. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Campbell Police Department and for the citizens of Campbell. So again, thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Mike Stonehouse, and I am the membership manager for the Campbell Chamber of Commerce. Tonight, it's my honor to present the 2019 Campbell Veteran of the Year to Mr. Jim Free. Jim, wait. Before I present Jim this award, I'd like to share with you a few things about Jim. Jim served in the United States Navy during Vietnam on board the USS Goldsboro DDG-20. Jim, thank you for your service. In January of 2007, Campbell Mayor Dan Furtado asked Jim to initiate and lead an effort to build a new Veterans Memorial in downtown Campbell. A committee was formed and later incorporated as the Campbell Veterans Memorial Foundation. Jim served as the president and CEO until 2015. Then as chairman of the board, and now Jim is the chairman emeritus of the board. Through Jim's leadership and planning, the Campbell Veterans Memorial, which is located right behind City Hall, is a tribute to the city of Campbell and to the veterans whose names are inscribed on the bricks at the memorial. Jim, from the Campbell Veterans Foundation Board, we say thank you for all of the things that you've done. So please join me in welcoming. It is my honor to present this award to my friend, Mr. Jim Free. Jim? We can't shake hands. It's yours. You have the con.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. This is truly a great honor. And I also want to introduce my wife, Lucille, who's standing right here beside me. Now, we've known each other. Yeah, go ahead and give her a hand. She deserves it. Better half, that's for sure. Now, we've known each other about 35 years and have been married for about 17 of those years. And it's been a great relationship all during that time. Now, she may not agree totally with that, but for me, it has been. It was on a January morning, as Mike mentioned, in 2005, that Dan Furtado, the mayor of Campbell at the time, called me and he said he and the city council have decided that they would like to build a new veterans memorial somewhere in the city of Campbell. Knowing that I was a veteran, Dan asked me if I would like to help out. And after some conversation and discussion, I said that I would be happy to help out and contribute in any way I can in that regard. And from that point, we started with the forming of a committee. establishing our name, the Campbell Veterans Memorial Foundation, putting into place our bylaws, articles of incorporation, and filing our Form 501c3 for a tax-exempt status with the IRS. And upon completing all of that, which took a little better than a year by itself, probably about 2 years, we were on our way. On November 11th, 2011, exactly 93 years after the original Armistice Day, commemorating the end of World War I that occurred on November 11th, 1918, we dedicated phase 1 of our CVMF memorial. Incredibly, we ended that ceremony in the Campbell City Council chambers that morning right about 11 a.m. So if you want to remember that day, when you look at the Campbell Veterans Memorial Foundation, the moniker is this: 11/11/2011 at 11 o'clock. And that's truly about the time it entered, almost straight up 11. It was raining that day. We moved that event into the city council chambers, and the entire city hall was filled to capacity, encompassing both levels of City Hall, with persons standing on both entrance walkways leading into the hall and standing in the rain. Tongue in cheek, if I may say so. It was a pretty special day on a lot of different levels for a lot of us. Now we've added to that over the years, and now people seem to think that we currently have what we currently have in place. From there, I was honored to become an advisor to the founding board of directors of the Veterans Memorial and Support Foundation of Los Gatos. Mr. Mike Frangidakis, Senior Chief Master Sergeant of the California National Guard, was the founding president, and the highly decorated and distinguished Major General retired Kent Hillhouse is currently leading the way there. 8 years later, we unveiled a new Veterans Memorial in the Los Gatos Civic Center, and that happened last year on June 15th, 2019. Check this one out also. I think you'll like what you see there also. And we did that in conjunction of working together throughout this whole project. You can also go to Honor a Vet to see what that's all about, or simply Google the words Los Gatos Veterans Memorial and go from there. So why do I do what I've been doing for all of these years and involved in this? I will be brief. Going clear back to the Civil War, all of us veterans raised our right hands and swore to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, the very document that is a foundation upon which we all exist and enjoy the freedoms that we have in this country today. At the 2019 Memorial Day commemoration in Washington, D.C. on the Capitol grounds, General Colin Powell, former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said this, and I quote, "Throughout our history, and unfortunately, approximately 1.6 million men and women have given their all in the defense of this country." Let me repeat that. 1.6 million men and women have given their all in the defense of this country and in the fulfillment of that pledge to preserve, protect, and defend that blessed document. End of quote. Currently, only about 1% of our total population are serving in our all-volunteer military. So the next time you see someone in civilian clothes or in uniform, thank them for their service. It means a lot. So that's part of the reason I'm here. And thanks again to my wife, Lucille, who has been right here with me from the very start and giving me a lot of really good advice and counsel all along the way. And thanks also to the Campbell Veterans Memorial Foundation for this honor, and of course, the Campbell Chamber of Commerce. Lucille, would you like to say anything? Do you want? Come in. This is my wife, Lucille, who I've introduced, the better half.
I always support Jim in whatever he wants to do, and for sure, veterans is his passion, and our community deserves that. Veterans is his passion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, this is, oh, okay. Oh, this here? All of this? Thank you all.
Hi again. I'm Janie Kelly, and I was given the honor of presenting Campbell Police Department's honoree this year. And I don't know, most of you probably know my dad was one of the first Campbell police officers when Campbell was incorporated in a city, as a city. So this gives me a great amount of pleasure. Last year, we got a superstar in the Campbell Police Department. He's a Belgian Malinois by the name of Lucas. And he was partnered with Najib McGee. Najib has been with us for 4 years. He's got a degree in molecular biology from San Diego State. And he's served 10 years of scientific research with an emphasis on toxicology and drug testing. He's a field training officer, and he's a member of our SWAT team. So I am happy to have you come up here and accept your award, and bring your pal Lucas, because we have a little goodie for Lucas too. Thank you for your service, Najib. I don't know if he can eat this, but we got him a goodie.
Oh, he's gonna eat it. Prepared something quick to talk about here. Thank you for everybody for being here. Lucas and I are honored to accept the award, Police Officer of the Year. I want to express my gratitude to the City of Campbell, the Chamber of Commerce, this Campbell Police Department for entrusting me with his first K-9 officer. And I'd also like to thank my family. I also like to thank those that set this event up. It was very innovative, I think, for them to find a workaround with what's going on today. And this is a beautiful venue, so thank you. As it was stated, I was not always a police officer. I started off working in science for a long time. But I always would discuss police work with a certain sergeant that now just turned captain. And he told me right away, I need to check out Campbell. And I consulted my brother, who's been in law enforcement for a long time. And first words out of his mouth were, if I did it all over again, I'd go Campbell. So what did I do? I came downtown and hung out in Campbell, and I spent a lot of time driving around the streets. And what I saw is, I remember going out downtown multiple times, and I was amazed by the vibe in Campbell. It's really amazing to see people going to dinner, sitting outside, kids playing live music, trying to make tips on the side of the streets. You don't see that everywhere. People love their city, and you can see that they take ownership in their city. I said this in my interview, that if anybody saw someone just take a mere piece of garbage and throw it on the street, I bet you a citizen would come up and say something. And you don't see that ownership in everywhere you go. I was determined to make this team when I saw that. And I'm all in. I'm going to leave my career. I'm going to roll the dice and see if I can make it on Campbell's team. It was a lot of hard work, but there's a lot of officers here that taught me that there's a well-known culture of guarding this wonderful place. These officers taught me that the police department has and will always maintain a great relationship with its residents. And one of those is right here. I'm sorry, I'm going to call you Agent Spear. I'm always going to call you Agent Spear. I came out of training, and she took me under my wing, and I thank you for that. And she was one of the people that taught me what the Campbell way was. And that's something that's a culture in the department and in the city as well. And she definitely knows what it is. And I thank you for doing that. I truly love being a part of this city, and I'm honored to be a part of it and wear this patch. I get to show up to work, and I'm allowed to and encouraged to go to community events like Night to Shine. And I get to judge science fair still. I get to cool off into a dunk tank twice a year in festivals. And I love doing it. And I don't know what it is, if it's in the water or whatnot, but I don't know if people practice the week before, but I feel like I get dunked 1,000 times. I don't think anybody misses. So then there's Lucas. I believe the city's really fortunate to have him as part of their team. He's a great asset. After training with different counties and within our county, I'm more and more impressed with his skill set as well as his goofy personality. He's always willing to go to work no matter how tired he is. And I believe he just comes to work mostly for the ear scratches and belly rubs. But he also gets to run up and down Orchard City Green at night and no one's around. But I appreciate it. And I know Lucas is, if he could say something, he'd appreciate it as well. And thank you very much for this honor. Okay. Red and green. Red and blue. Thank you so much.
What a good looking officer. You too, Najib, you too. Okay, first on our list of businesses of the year is Mathnasium. Dr. Kabad Bagwadia, are you in the audience? Okay, come on down. Center director and owner of Mathnasium. Mathnasium is a specialized math-only learning center, kindergarten through 12th grade. The center is all about teaching to the kids' own specific pace. That's very, very different. All of you that have kids, you know that. Doctor, come on down. Please, a round of applause for Doctor.
Thank you to the Campbell Chamber of Commerce and all the attendees and the honorees for tonight. Certainly, Campbell has been a very special place. Just to give you a background, this was back in 2009, September 1st, when we opened our Mathnasium Center in the Campbell Plaza Shopping Center. And one of the scholarships in the name of Betty has been important for us because she was at that time, as Ken mentioned, the executive director of the chamber, and she had personally come for our ribbon cutting. And those of you who have been to the ribbon cutting, she brought her big kind of scissors with her, and it was a real fun event. So it is something that Campbell is the place that we decided to open my first Mathnasium Center in the Bay Area. I already had been working in the industry for about 12 years, and I earned my PhD degree in electrical and computer engineering. So I had to kind of put it to good use for about 12 years in the industry. But at the end of the day, teaching kids and education was always something that was close to my heart. So at the end, eventually, when I was looking for something on my own, something that I felt was a part of what I needed to give back to the community, Mathnasium stood out as by far a business that I wanted to start and own myself. So it has grown over the last 11 years. We have been in the same location at the Campbell Plaza. We have served over 1,000 students from Campbell, Los Gatos, and neighboring parts of San Jose, including Willow Glen. And the good news is we have built a very strong connection with the local community. We know that kids, teaching, education are all part of the community. And for us, it is a great feeling to see that at the end of the day, students enjoy math. Students feel that math is something that is empowering to them to succeed in school, to do well. And that is a satisfaction that I can compare and contrast with my industry position and get that feeling of satisfaction at the end of every single day. So I want to thank the Chamber. They've been extremely supportive in this journey for the last 11 years. And I want to again thank them for this recognition and honor. Thank you.
Okay. Once again, congratulations, Dr. Bagwadia and Mathnasium. By the way, that's just one of 3 of our finalists for Business of the Year. We will be announcing the winner finalist at the end of this program. Okay, Facebook, Zoom, how are you guys doing out there? I don't think I've heard anything from any of you. I've been watching on Facebook Live, so I've been looking for comments. So please like it, please share it, send us a comment. And as I said before, if it's critical, just save it for Ken, not me. Okay, all right. Once again, we'll have 2 more presentations for Business of the Year. Okay, it's time for some fun. Yes, fun. Yeah. We're going to have wine drawing. Our communications and marketing coordinator, Kristen Frank, will be citing the winners. Who's this for?
Hello, everybody. Normally we would have a wine vault, and we would sell keys at our event. So we have, since we were all prepared to have our live event in March, we have a lot of wine. And Ken's been working his way through it, but hasn't been able to do it all because, you know, he doesn't have the stamina that some other people do, apparently. So what we decided to do is that everybody who purchased a ticket, we were going to throw in and do a wine drawing. And so we have a lot, I don't know, 9 cases of wine. So we're going to do, I'm going to pick 3 names now. And what we'll do is if you win, even if you're not here, if you are a winner, we will contact you and make arrangements for you to come and pick up your wine. And do it fast because after this event, Ken's going to need some wine. So anyway, all right, here we go. And oh, just to let you know, for every ticket that you purchased, you get an entry. So if you bought a table, that's 10 tickets, that's 10 entries. So the first winner is Miss Tracy Merkel. Woo! Okay. All right, number 2. It's Dr. Bagwadia. And the third person is, I think I just got one. Jeff Mignot. Okay, so I'll be back up later to draw 3 more names. And up next, Mike Stonehouse is going to introduce our Ambassador of the Year.
Thank you, Kristen. Again, hello, Mike Stonehouse, Campbell Chamber. Today, it's my honor to introduce and present the 2019 Campbell Chamber Ambassador of the Year. And the person that we're presenting this to is Randy Ross. Please welcome me over, Randy. Randy is the driving force behind the continued success of the Campbell Chamber Ambassador team. The ambassadors for the Chamber are what we will refer to roughly as a public relations department. Randy has played an integral part of the Chamber relations. Randy is always out in the community attending Chamber events and representing the ambassadors with integrity and grace, all while running her businesses, V's Barbershop at the Prune Yard and Ben's Marketplace, also in Campbell. Before I finish, I would like to mention a special award that Randy received in 2019. In 2019, Randy was recognized as one of the 100 Women of Influence of Silicon Valley by the San Jose Business Journal. Congratulations. And now it is my pleasure to present this award, the Campbell Chamber 2019 Ambassador of the Year, to Randy Ross. You got that? You got that.
Okay. Thank you so much. Since the Veteran of the Year brought up his spouse, I decided to bring up my spouse too, but he's not the better half, just to be clear. I want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for this recognition. I certainly never imagined receiving this award when I ventured out on my own 3 years ago after leaving the corporate world. Larry and I searched for property for quite some time as we were looking for our location for V's Barbershop. We attended various chamber events and visited various cities around the place, around the Silicon Valley area, but we never felt more welcomed and supported and embraced than when we visited the networking luncheon with the Campbell Chamber. And it was that luncheon that cemented our decision to be in Campbell. And fortunately, there was a location available in the Prune Yard that also worked out. So we love being in Campbell. We love being in the Prune Yard. And we are so blessed that we were also able to find a second location in Campbell for our Ben's Marketplace. So again, thank you so much for the support and this wonderful award.
Good evening. My name is Teresa Stanko, and I am from the Campbell Chamber of Commerce. Tonight, I have the great pleasure of introducing the Downtown Campbell Business Association's honorees for 2019, Mark Thornton and Mike Sanders. The DCBA is an association comprised of all the businesses that make up the beautiful downtown portion of the city of Campbell. The DCBA helps to drive business to Campbell in a variety of ways, one being that they provide events in downtown. Tonight, they would like to honor Mark and Mike in their quiet dedication and to helping the DCBA put on so many of these events through their affiliation with the Home Church. The Home Church is a community organization that helps to volunteer and run many of the events in downtown. Mark and Mike go the extra mile out of love for their community to help make downtown Campbell the place that it is. Thank you both for your selfless dedication to downtown Campbell and the Campbell community.
Well, this is actually a little awkward because I'm not big on getting awards. I prefer being behind the scenes. Actually, somebody asked me, so don't you like the limelight? It's like, no, I prefer being the stagehand and letting the actors on the stage do their jobs and being a support to them. So it's a pleasure to be involved with the Downtown Campbell Business Association. It's a place where I've gotten a lot of friendships and relationships with the people on the DCBA. And it's a pleasure being able to be a part of that and be able to help support all the events that they do downtown. Thank you.
Hi, I'd just like to say thank you to the DCBA. It's a real honor to serve in this community. It's kind of amazing the way people come together, put aside differences and just serve with each other. And there goes that sign into the room. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. It really is a pleasure. We look forward to it. We can't wait till we can start doing stuff again, because I live by two rules: love God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. And because of what we do together as a community, I'm able to do both of those things. So thank you very much.
And our next honoree is from the Country Women's Club of Campbell. Carol Whalen has been a member of the Country Women's Club for 19 years. And for 7 of those years, she has served on the board of directors. She's worked very hard in the club and organized committees. And most importantly, it seems like she's worked very hard on your annual crab and pasta dinner. Bobby's nodding over there. Carol grew up in Campbell in Willow Glen, but she and her family have been residents of Campbell for 26 years. So Miss Roberta Howe, would you like to come up and say a few words about Carol and accept the award on her behalf?
I'm representing the Country Women's Club of Campbell, and we nominated Carol Whalen for our 2019 honoree. As Janie said, Carol's been a member of our club since 2001, and she has served in several positions on our board. She's been a vice president. She was treasurer for quite a while. She was corresponding secretary for many years, and most recently, she is now serving as one of our directors at large. To me, the most amazing thing about Carol, besides the fact that she would volunteer for anything the second that you needed it, is that when you walk in a room and Carol's there, you get the biggest smile you have ever seen, the warmest smile. And if she can hug you, she will hug you. Carol is just she's one of those people that you're so blessed to have in your organization. And we've just delighted. She's wonderful. And she's been struggling with some health issues right now. So unfortunately she was not able to join us tonight live, but I hope she's on Facebook. And Carol, if you're there, or on Zoom, wave. Liz is waving at you. So on behalf of the Country Women's Club of Campbell, we want to say how thrilled we are to honor Carol for 2019. She wanted me to tell you, especially ladies of the club, she loves you very much. She loves working with you. And Carol, we love you right back. And I look forward to many, many more years of being able to work with you in the Country Women's Club of Campbell. So this is for you, sweetheart. Bless you.
Good afternoon. Hi, my name's Brenda Frederick, and I'm involved with the Campbell Chamber of Commerce Board as well as the Campbell Chamber Foundation. I'm honored today to be here to present this award for the Campbell Library to their very own Mary Worth. She's a matriarch of the library, has been involved with it since 1953, and I'm sure she has lots of stories to share. Unfortunately, she's not here with us today to accept this, so our former mayor, Liz Gibbons, is here to accept on her behalf. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this opportunity and honor to be here this evening to accept this award on behalf of Mary Daly Worth. It is my pleasure to know and work here with her on many community activities, and most related to the vibrancy and success of our incredible Campbell Community Library. So Mary asked me to say, Mary thanks the Friends of the Campbell Library and the Campbell Library for nominating her for this award, and the Campbell Chamber of Commerce for this award recognition at its 52nd Celebrate Campbell. Go Campbell. The Friends of the Library have been a labor of love for Mary. The Campbell Library was her childhood library. Books were her passion. When invited to join the Friends, Mary did not hesitate. I think it took 1 year. The Friends of the Campbell Library have worked tirelessly in the service of the community, raising and providing funds for children's and adult programming, the summer reading club prizes, Silicon Valley Reads, and a myriad of other things. They have spent the last few years promoting and campaigning, and the successful campaign for the Campbell Library renovation, along with the police department. It has been Mary's honor to be an FOL, Friend of the Library. And Mary hopes that after this pandemic subsides, the work will continue to be able to support the Campbell Library and the citizens of Campbell. So on Mary's behalf, thank you all very much.
Okay, our second nominee for Business of the Year, drum roll, is the Prune Yard, named after the orchards that used to be there. How many of you knew that? Okay, Janie, I know you knew it. Yeah. The Prune Yard consists of 47 businesses. They do hundreds of fundraisers. They strive to bring community, culture, and convenience. Did I steal your lines? Together. Here representing the Prune Yard, my favorite, Tracy Markle. Those are yours.
Thank you. I'm up here on behalf of all of the retailers and restaurants and service operators at the Prune Yard, and that includes Randy Ross of V's Barbershop, and you're about to meet Rich in a little bit from Sports Basement, and man, are you in for a treat. And many of them are watching us tonight, but I'll be very brief because there's just a lot to say about how great these stores and this shopping center is. And I'm honored to be able to be part of that with them, but the driving force behind everything that we do is them. I started a little over 2 years ago, and they had been through a pretty significant remodel, and many stores transition and remodel on the inside, and went through a lot. And when I got there, they were just on fire and ready to do some great stuff. And anytime we ask them to do anything for the city and for Campbell and the chamber, it's always yes. And it's really easy for me to stand up here because they make me look really good, and their passion for this community and for the chamber is just huge. And when I got here, we met, I came to the Chamber of Commerce as well, and it was just very, very clear to me what a special community this is. And I'm just really proud to be part of it, and I'm really proud of our stores. And on behalf of all of them too, I want to thank Mr. Bagwata of Mathnasium and the great work that he does as well. And if you ever wanted a space, we've got a spot for you at the Prune Yard. So anyhow, thank you, and we appreciate this nomination very much.
Facebook, Zoom, how are you guys doing out there? I haven't read any comments at all. So if anybody's seeing any comments, give me a holler, let me know. I want to take a second to acknowledge our sponsors for this event. Lunatics, CD Florist, Power Sound and Vision, Doubletree of Campbell, Jeffrey's Diamonds, Karen Tamaki Photography. Thank you, Karen. And by the way, if you want to see photos later, you can email her at karentamakiPhoto@gmail.com. Kyoto Palace, Meniketti Wines, One Hope Wines. Now you know where Ken got all the wines from. Pacific Catch, P&B Winery, Prune Yard Cinemas, Travasio Winery, Tuxedos, and more. So thank you to all those sponsors. Okay, wine drawing number 2. Come on down, Christian.
All right, 3 more. Let's see who we got this time. I can't tell how excited you guys are because everybody's wearing sunglasses and masks. It's like, okay, Mark Thornton is our first one. And Janie Kelly. And the third person is Charles Dampier II. I don't know. So congratulations to our next 3 winners. I'll be back up one more time later on to pick 3 more. And right now we're going to take a break. 2 songs. Lavender Fields.
Took my love, I took it down. Climbed a mountain, I turned around. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide brought me down. Hold me there in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Will time makes you older, children get older, I'm getting older too. Take this love, take it down. Climbed a mountain, I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide brought me down. If you saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide brought me down. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. Well, time makes you older, children get older, I'm getting older too. Take this love, I take it down. Climbed a mountain, I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide brought me down. If you saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, maybe, well, maybe, well, maybe, well, maybe, he. Here's to the words that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. I believe forever everything was still the same. Now my heart feels like December when somebody said your name. I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will someday. Hey, everybody hurts sometime, everybody hurts someday. Hey, everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise the glass and say, here's to the ones that we love. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. and I never felt so lost. I felt like all the hatred was too powerful to stop. Hey, now my heart was like an apple, and it's lighting up the dark. I carry all these torches, promise to never drop. Hey, everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey, everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Taste to the ones that we died. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Memories bring back memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. Memories bring back, memories bring back.
So we did that initially by putting out restaurant guides and business guides to help support, the local companies in Campbell. And from that, we started a Facebook page, and I think a lot of you have joined that page. And there are a lot of members of the community, residents, business people who have joined. And I think last time I looked, we had pushing 230 or 240 members. And on that page, we share information that can help the community, whether it's somebody's looking for something, somebody's offering something, whatever it is, or even if it's something that just somebody did in the community that was uplifting, inspiring, funny, entertaining. All of those things are things that we all need right now. So one of the other things that we decided to do is we started our Orange Ribbons for Recovery, which Ken mentioned earlier. And if you've been around Campbell at all, you've probably seen ribbons wrapped around trees, light posts, all sorts of different places in downtown, at the Prune Yard, Civic Center, and throughout a variety of neighborhoods. And these ribbons are a symbol of support and solidarity and the hope that and the knowledge that we will as a community get through this together. So if you haven't joined Campbell Cares Facebook page, please do. We would love to have you. Please invite other people. We're trying to do more and more things with that. And if you haven't gotten a ribbon, we have one for everybody here tonight, but you can also sponsor your neighborhood or a street or whatever you would like to do on the Campbell Chamber Foundation webpage under Campbell Cares, or if you would just like one, you can email us, or if you know anybody that would like one, just email us and we will get those to you. Up next, Teresa Stanko is back, and she is going to introduce our ambassador, volunteer of the year. Sorry, volunteer of the year. All right, here you go, Teresa.
Okay, hello again. My name is Teresa. I'm from the Campbell Chamber, and our volunteer of the year is not here tonight, but he'll be joining us on Zoom. If you're familiar with our chamber, you'll know that we're very active. We hold quite a few events every year, but we have a small staff and we rely very heavily on our dedicated volunteers from the Chamber Board, our ambassador program, and the community. Without our volunteers, we'd not be able to provide our members and the Campbell community with the quality events that the Chamber hosts. Our 2019 Volunteer of the Year is Vance Kotaki. Vance is someone who defines what it means to be a volunteer and freely gives his time to help in any way possible. From giving his expertise in forming the Chamber's Young Professional Group to working at the festivals in downtown, sitting on numerous event committees, and collecting toys for the Campbell Community Toy Program, along with so many other things in between as one of our Chamber ambassadors. He consistently offers his time in the growth of our programs and the Chamber as a whole. We are very grateful we have someone who brings such a positive outlook and inspiring energy to the Chamber. Thank you, Vance, for all you do. And he should be joining on Zoom. Vance, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to all the honorees. I hope all is well. Thank you for awarding me as the Campbell Chamber Volunteer of the Year 2019. It was definitely a surprise as there are so many people that are deserving of this honor. To the Campbell Chamber, thank you for opening your arms to me when I first stepped foot into your doors. You have treated me like family from day one. I would also like to thank you for all the amazing volunteer opportunities that you provided to me, as my love for helping whenever I'm able to fulfilled my heart and soul. Ladies and gents, we have an amazing chamber, no doubt. Secondly, thank you to Holly LaBarber, the State Farm agent that I work for giving me the opportunity to expand my passion for what I love to do. Lastly, to my partner, thank you for dealing with me for 13 years. Your support and love in my journey called life is invaluable. And finally, I leave you all with what I have been taught in life by my mom. The gift of your time and the gift of your love is the best gift anyone can give. So always give from your heart without intention. Life is too short for negativity in this world, so always spread the aloha wherever you go. With that, please stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you all so much and enjoy your evening.
Hello again. I'm Mark Thornton. I'm with the Home Church, and I have the honor of introducing the Home Church Volunteers of the Year, Carl and Susan Ortlieb. They are going to be joining us on Zoom because they have since moved to Nevada City, I believe it is. They apparently they were high-tech executives. I know them from the church, and for the conferences that he did, things helping people communicate. Being able to put things down, things like learning to listen, to understand rather than listen to respond, how to not question people's motives, but actually read back. Did I hear you say this? Things like that, simple things that make such a big difference in your relationships, both professionally and your families with your children. And they've been a big part of helping us transition. Our founding pastor had moved on, and they came in while we were transitioning to a new head pastor and really helped the climate and the people around in the church be able to communicate with each other and understand each other real well. So I want to introduce Carl and Susan. They're on Zoom, and go ahead, you guys.
Well, thank you so much for your kind words, and we're grateful for the pivot that allows us to communicate so far from Campbell. Certainly our heart is in Campbell. You know, I would be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about the home church. You know, what first struck Susan and I about the home church was their sincere desire to be in relationship with the people around them. In our 12 years of coaching as communication and conversation coaches, we've never seen such a thirst to connect and really show up meaningfully for others. It is important to know that this is not just a church of talking, but also of doing for others. They walk their talk. And that was important to us. And they demonstrated that all the time. As a result, we were sort of swept up and we served others as others around us served. And so we want to thank Senior Pastor Hector and his wife, Christine, Corinda Burley, Pastor Rendell, and so many others on staff and in the congregation that really showed us how to serve well. So we're humbled to be honored with this award. And we really will accept it on behalf of the many faithful, tireless, and devoted home church members who dedicate themselves to serve the city of Campbell. Whether it is participating in community-oriented events like Park Cleanup Days, or Oktoberfest, or the Carol of Lights, or Night to Shine, or meeting more practical needs like providing food for needy families. The home church's desire is really to step in and do our share to help shape a nourishing, thriving, and family-oriented community. So during a harsh storm, it's really the foundation of a house that determines its fate, whether it's going to be stand or it's going to be swept away. We are all now experiencing that harsh storm, perhaps unprecedented for our times. And we see Campbell continuing to stand firm as a safe, secure, and loving community. And so thank you, beloved Campbell, for allowing us to step in and have fun and being part of your foundation. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we have our honoree from the Kiwanis Club. I've never had the pleasure of meeting this lady, but reading her resume, it looks like maybe she doesn't sit still for 10 seconds at a time. She and her family have lived in Campbell for 35 years. She's retired from publishing and marketing and public relations with the community newspapers. She's in 2 Kiwanis Clubs. And seriously, lady, when do you sit down? She's also the president-elect for the Special Games 1, 2, 3, 4 Club for 2020, and the chairman for the Outreach Committee and Public Relations for the Games to the Schools and Public. This group is a 41-year-old one-day event held in May for special needs students from over 60 schools. So Nancy, congratulations from the Kiwanis Club and the Campbell Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, because not only is Kiwanis special to me, but the chamber is. I have a lot of years in Campbell, and my passion and love was the newspapers. And it was because of the community and the people in the community. And you can see our wonderful police department. And I was fortunate to be on the board with some great people like Dr. Art Lowe and Jim Free and Betty Deal, who was an incredible mover and shaker. And that's what Campbell is a lot of movers and shakers. And so some of you know me, some of you I don't know, but you know we've seen each other through time. And when I decided to get out of publishing, and the chamber was doing well enough on their own without me, I decided to join Kiwanis because Kiwanis is full of superstars. Jim Free was a Kiwanian and took over the Campbell Veterans Memorial, did an incredible job. And there are just so many people who have businesses who, Pete Edwards, maybe some of you know, was in business for years in the insurance industry. He also was Campbell Chamber. And I was fortunate enough to work with Sally Howe. And so I got to be with Betty Deal and Sally Howe all the time. And yes, they were the ladies of Campbell. And we gave them that name on purpose because they were an incredible force and a lot of fun and very serious. And so I pale in comparison to those women. Believe me, I look like I sat still. And I got Kiwanis because I missed Campbell and the community. And once I got there, I saw the heart of Kiwanis is very similar to the heart of Campbell. And it was any excuse to get back into the people with Campbell. So I have not regretted it. And then I saw the special games, 41 years put on, started by Los Altos for special needs kids. And this has grown since the 70s. And I couldn't turn down helping them promote it because of my background. And before you know it, they formed a club. And before you know it, now I'm going to be president next year. So we always need great people in Kiwanis. I've also had the honors to work with the Lions, who's coming up next, besides my co-part in the board, and talk about another busy guy who's also supposedly retired. But that's how us people roll. So I just want to say Kiwanis is something that you all know, because we had 20 years ago started the extravaganza at the Campbell Rec Center. And they started with 1,500 eggs, and now we do 25,000 eggs. And every family in Campbell comes every Easter to do the egg hunt. And then we go to the parade, the Bonnie's and Bonnie and Bunnett's parade, sorry. It's also was the dogs, and a lot of it started with Sally Howe, so I have to give a plug there. And then Lloyd Taylor, who was a golf ownership in downtown, and he and I also on the board started the high schools going. So now you see that parade as almost a 2-hour parade, and it's just grown. And I'm just so proud to be part of Campbell. And anybody who has a business who wants to help serve the kids, we have Rosemary School, that we have K Club kids. We serve from children to seniors. And so we put the spelling bee on every year. We have the K Club kids who are part of the Kiwanis, and they're always proud of it. They have a big hallway full of posters and things about K Club. We have Westmont High School, which Evan Lowe was part of, and actually was part of our chamber setup group years ago, and he'll be the first to admit that. So I'm not saying anything that he wouldn't say. And we have Westmont and Del Mar, and we also have Circle K, which is the college kids, and we have De Anza, and they put on fundraisers, and these children in our community are incredible, and they need mentors like us to help and to care. So I'm going to give a little plug for that. And just say that lastly, if you ever want to see kids and bring joy to your face, come to our special games in May at De Anza College. It's usually the third Friday. And this year we had to cancel because of COVID, but it'll be back. And if you have any extra time and you're a little bored because of COVID, look us up and come to a Zoom meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. It is now my pleasure to present to you from the Rotary Club of Campbell, the Rotarian of the Year for the year 2019, Mr. Steve Salmon. Steve, why don't you, because I distant, yeah. That was my fault before. Steve has been with the Rotary since 2008. A little background on Steve. After high school, he joined the U.S. Army Reserve 306 Military Police Unit. Thank you for your service. And while I'm standing here and I say that, for anyone else who's out here, Rich, thank you for your service to the country. Steve received an honorable discharge because he was also employed with the U.S. Merchant Marines with service in Vietnam during the war. Merchant Marine service was declared a critical occupation so long as seagoing service continued. Merchant Mariners were exempt from the mandatory military service. Between voyages, Steve attended San Jose State University, where he graduated with a BA degree in biology and a BA degree and a minor in chemistry. He continued Merchant Marine employment for 22 years and earned a master's license. He retired from the Merchant Marines at age 42. And then he began to study law at San Francisco Law School. San Francisco Law School. He passed the California bar exam and began to practice law. Today, he owns and manages residential real estate, and he's located in the city of Campbell for his business. And he's a proud member, as I say, of the Campbell Rotary. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the 2019 Rotarian of the Year, Steve Salmon. Steve?
Thank you.
My pleasure.
And thank you all for being here. It's a very disrupted time during this COVID era. Our Campbell Rotary Club has managed to continue with meetings. Again, they're the absentee type meetings where we're over the internet. But I'll tell you about Rotary. I think everyone realizes Rotary is a service club. We've been a service club in Campbell since 1947. And over the years, other clubs have merged into Campbell. The San Jose West Club joined Campbell Rotary in 1952, I believe. And then the Willow Glen Club blended into Campbell Rotary in 2017. Worldwide, there's 1.2 million Rotarians, 200 countries, and there's 34,000 Rotary clubs worldwide. During the COVID disruption here, our primary event was the Orchard City Chili Cook-Off, which we would do annually. But again, because of the space restrictions and what else, we had to cancel this year. We canceled most of our fundraising activity. We had to cancel the very important learning experience for the 7 high school kids in the Bay Area, in the Campbell area, would take a 3-day seminar and join us with an ethical leadership and business training session where the kids would break into 10 groups. There would be 40 to 80 kids, and they would break into 6-person teams, and they would develop a product line and then a business plan, and they would present a presentation describing their project. And the Campbell Rotarians, my fellow Rotarians, would be there with them, and a lot of them are very, very experienced business people. And again, we had to cancel that this year. It has been a very disruptive year. We still, though, we provide 80 backpacks for the Uplift Family Services. We still we had been feeding the homeless at the Picardo Center. We have a picnic for a group called Child Advocates, which is foster parents and their kids. We would put together a nice weekend or weekend 1-day event there. We provide scholarships to 7 local high schools. We have a speech contest every year with the winner getting an award and a financial assistance for a scholarship. Relay for Life is a fundraiser we have for cancer survivors. Polio had been a major project or a major effort of Rotary for years, and they would join with the Bill Gates Foundation, who would match any funds. One of our members, a lady by the name of Debbie Davis, and her mom would provide a concert that would generate funds for the ending polio. Polio is now nearly eradicated from the planet. I think there's 2 countries left that a few cases still exist. Right now, during this COVID outbreak, we still have some of the younger members, Carol Hoffman and John Wallace, have spearheaded feeding the homeless people. Not the homeless, the elderly people like myself who were shut in, bringing meals by them. I think it's appropriate that I close with it's famous, I believe, the four-way test, which is a kind of a landmark I consider it a landmark as an ethical metric that you can apply to anything you're doing, thinking, what you believe. It involves questioning four things. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it benefit all concerned? Also, I think that kind of dovetails with something here at this memorial park. Today, or it was yesterday, that this great civil rights leader, John Lewis, passed away. The Rotary Club in Atlanta, Georgia, his home district, had a celebration for his nonviolent, and I emphasize that, nonviolent civil rights work, which really has paved the way for the progress in civil rights that has happened, followed Martin Luther King's example and whatnot. So I'd like to make that point also and pay tribute to John Lewis, I'm sorry. John Wallace is the club president. He'll kind of get a kick out of that. But anyway, I'll close now. And I want to thank Campbell Chamber of Commerce for offering this award. And I want to thank my Rotarians for selecting me to represent the club. I mean, there are so many members in that club that deserve this at least as much as me, and most more so than me. But thank you again, Campbell Chamber.
Thank you. Next up, we have the Lions Club of Campbell. I'm really honored to present this award to somebody who has been a true mentor in the city of Campbell, to me as a member of the board, as well as to many others that have come along as well. Dr. Art Lowe is the recipient this year from the Lions Club of Campbell. He's been a member of the Lions Club for 44 years and president for 4 years. He's also been a big part of the Campbell Chamber and also even the Campbell Community Foundation. He was one of the original ringleaders to get that going. He's collecting a lot of awards as well. He's very accomplished and is actually a former Citizen of the Year for Campbell in 1993, as well as through his former business, which he recently retired from, the Campbell Optometric Group. He was a Business of the Year in 2006. So with that, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Art Lowe, the recipient for the Campbell Lions Club.
Oh, I can breathe now, but I can't see though. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Lucas. Where are you, Lucas? There he is. I first want to thank our president from 2018, 2019, Roald Alexander, for selecting me as a Lion of the Year. And also congratulations to all the honorees today. As said before, I've been a member of the chamber since 1975 when I started practice here in Campbell, and been a member of the Lions Club since 1976. And, you know, over those 44 plus years, I've seen a lot, but never has there been such a disruption to our lives as this pandemic. So for my Lions Club, instead of meeting at Denny's every Tuesday, now we meet at Zoom. So I don't get my chance to eat the Grand Slam breakfast anymore. And, you know, one of our charities is serving food at the Home First, and they shut that down. We couldn't volunteer anymore. So we decided to pivot. Thank you, Ken, for saying that. We pivoted to making masks. And so we've made over 500 masks for the staff and for the residents of Home First. Actually, it's not the whole club. It's two individuals, Pam Berry and Lucy Mueller. So, you know, if you guys are watching, thank you so much. But the Chamber of Commerce, you know, I've been, again, a member for over 42 years. No, I'm sorry, 44 years. And we're really fortunate at this time to have Ken, Teresa, Mike, and Kristen at the helm, and a great core of ambassadors and board members to keep everything going. And although I'm retired from my practice, I still want to give back to the community, and Campbell is very, very important to me. And I hope that the festivals come back stronger than ever after this COVID problem. Although I can safely say that you're not going to get me into a prune festival, a prune costume ever again. Then back in the mid 1980s, I was at an event at the Sebastian's restaurant at the 17th floor of the Prunier Towers. And at that point, someone smarter than me said, hey, let's let people attend this event without paying if they bring a toy. So that became the community toy program. So, you know, I think Sally Howe and a few others who yeah, Jane Kennedy, they were involved in starting that particular program. And then in 1994, it was at this event, the precursor of Celebrate Campbell, where I introduced Evan to the current mayor at the time, Jeanette Watson. And later that evening, he came up to me and says, Dad, I want to be mayor when I grow up. I said, sure, I want to be an astronaut, but that's not going to happen. But guess what? He became mayor. Then in 1999, when I was president of the chamber, I was a tennis player at that time. And, you know, the chamber had a golf tournament. And I didn't really want to take up golf, but I wanted to support the tournament. And so I took some lessons. I borrowed some golf clubs. And little did I realize that now in my retirement, that is my main sport and passion. So thank you, Chamber, for you know, keeping me busy in my my retirement. Now, the last chamber activity I wanted to mention is Relay for Life. And I'm one of the team captains for that event. And I was there at the very, very first one in the year 2000, and they collected a total of $5,000, and they thought that was wonderful. So this year, the goal is $300,000. When I checked the website just a half an hour ago, they're up to $216,000. So there's still a chance to, you know, get real close to 300,000 before the end of the month. And so our chamber team is actually currently in 8th place with almost $3,000. However, over $2,000 of that came from the Lions Club and the family members and friends. So I encourage the ambassadors, the board members, and especially the Kiwanis Club and the Rotary Club to continue, you know, go to the website, American Cancer Society website, and donate to the Campbell Chamber team. Please. Thank you so much. And in closing, everyone, please practice social distancing. Wear your masks. and stay safe. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, I miss hugs and handshaking so much.
We all miss those hugs, let me tell you. Whew. Okay, our honoree from Santa Clara County Fire is Captain Dave Mayfield. Dave started his career in 1998 in Monterey, transitioning to paramedic. Moved to Santa Clara County Fire at Campbell Fire Station and promoted to captain in 2009. Dave has served the majority of his career right here at our Campbell Station, and we are proud to have him a part of our community. Captain Mayfield could not be with us. Guess what he's doing? He's on duty. Yeah, he's working. But we will go to the station, definitely deliver his award. So Captain, if you're listening, this is for you. And if you have a chance, stop by the station and congratulate him. Congratulations to Captain Mayfield. Okay, business number 3 for nominee of Business of the Year, Sports Basement. I see you, Rich. Sports Basement is composed of many specialty shops under one roof. They give excellent customer service and support many schools and charities. Rich DeBorba, general manager, has been with the company for 17 years. He's always a treat to be around. And he's also the winner of the Chamber Successful Beard of the Year. Come on down, Rich. Told you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here. On behalf of Sports Basement, it's an honor to be considered for one of the businesses of the year. Truly grateful for Campbell. Mr. Stonehouse personally has made us feel at home since we moved in about 7.5 years ago. He was knocking on the door, made sure I was part of the chamber, and told us about all the great benefits, and I haven't looked back. I've had the privilege of running many of our sports basements, but nothing has been as great as a Campbell location. The community has always embraced us with open arms. The chamber has just been outstanding to be a part of, and I'm utterly grateful for that. I do want to give a shout out to our kind of a quiet person, our CEO and president, Eric Prosnitz. He taught me roughly about 18 years ago when we founded this company to work our tails off, but always give back to the community. And that's something that stuck with us in everything we've done and all of our business adventures. It's part of us. It's part of the air that we breathe is to make sure our community is taken care of. So it's an absolute honor to be considered for one of the businesses of the year. So thank you, Ken, appreciate it. And yeah, thank you guys.
Okay, we're doing our last 3 wine drawings here. Okay, who's feeling lucky? Dr. Lowe, you're always win something. So, okay. Now watch. Carol Hoffman. Nicholas Welzenbach. I know, right? And, oh, I cursed you. Sorry, dude. Nick Budetti. who I don't know who that is. So anyway, those are our last 3 winners. And again, we will be in touch and let you know, make arrangements, work with you to make arrangements to come pick up your wine. And Ken Johnson will be up next, and he's going to do the big reveal for Business of the Year.
Thank you, and thank you for everybody who stuck around here tonight in this beautiful evening to recognize again the best of Campbell. So had this been March 14th or 16th, whatever the date was we were going to do this, a lot of people would have donated a bunch of money at this point in time, like we did through people. And Jeffrey's Diamonds was going to had donated a beautiful diamond ring. So I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is they donated a diamond ring. The bad news is we were going to give it away on March 14th. And that's not going to happen here today. So it's my pleasure to just recognize again the 3 finalists for Business of the Year. And we decided to have this event, just so you know now, because we're recognizing people from 2019. And I didn't want it to go any further without them having the ability to enjoy some of the year as with the recognition that they deserve. Last year, we started by the first time picking 3 businesses to recognize as finalists at Celebrate Campbell, rather than just announce one. I thought this was a great opportunity to highlight 3 really great businesses in Campbell, and there are so many. But this was an opportunity tonight to hear from Mathnasium and the Prune Yard and Sports Basement, 3 outstanding businesses that provide so much to the community and what they do. As Evan Lowe mentioned early on, the selection is done by a committee. A lot of people think it's chosen by the chamber. It's not. There's a committee made up of past businesses of the year, past citizens of the year, and they vote in secret. And then I sent the results to Mike Lombardi from Meckley Lombardi Glasgow, who's our CPA. And just like they do in the big award shows, I get the envelope to announce the winner. Following the winner, I'd like you to come up and say a few words. And then we have a representative here from the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors, Dave Cortese, who's going to make a presentation to you after you talk. And just for fun, so you know what I did, because Dave is with the county and we've been on again, off again, I told his staff he could come, he can't come. He could come, he can't come. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. And so we're all adjusting. And so Dave, thanks for being here. And so without any further ado, I would like to announce the 2019 Campbell Business of the Year. How about one more round of applause for Mathnasium, the Prune Yard, and Sports Basement. The winner is Mathnasium of Campbell. Congratulations, Kobad. Is Officer McGee still here? Would you go take care of that car? Maybe put a bullet in the hood or something? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ken, and thank you to the Chamber. First of all, I would like to recognize the other 2 finalists, the Prune Yard and the Sports Basement. I think we have a different feel in Campbell, and that's where we see everybody kind of believing in helping each other, making sure that we take care of each other. It's a small town, it's a good feeling. And I have enjoyed my 11 years of running the business in Campbell. So just to, and I haven't prepared a speech because I didn't know, obviously I was going up against 2 great businesses. So I took a risk and I said, the odds are more of maybe one of them winning. But thank you again. And what I would like to kind of start with is obviously highlighting what motivated me to open Mathnasium. Mathnasium is an international franchise. I happen to be the owner and center director of 2 Mathnasium centers here in the Bay Area. And fortunately for us, we have served thousands of kids over these last 8 to 11 years. the Campbell Center has been always our headquarters, our kind of landmark. And we were one of the very first mathnasiums to open in the Bay Area. So we have a special connection with headquarters. We have a special connection with our founders, and our franchise is based in LA. So definitely I would like to recognize Peter Markowitz, who is one of our co-founders, David Ullendorf, who is one of our co-founders, and the one and only Larry Martinek, who is considered the math guy in pretty much Southern California. And these three founded Mathnasium, and since then, they passed on the torch to a lot of franchisees like myself to help continue the love for math, continue the interest for math. So again, this is a Business of the Year award, but there are actual people behind the business, and that is very unique. And this is where I would like to obviously start by thanking my family, because I took a big risk. I had a nice corporate job. I could have retired and continued for the next 25, 30 years. But I wanted to do something of myself. I was a teaching assistant back in graduate school where I got my PhD in electrical computer engineering. But as a teaching assistant, I got to teach kids, and I got to see how you can make that difference every single day. And teaching and that passion was always what I wanted to do. My mom happens to be a teacher. My dad happens to be an engineer. And I got to kind of do both those careers. I was an engineer. I was kind of somebody that I worked in the tech field. I enjoyed what I did. But now teaching has become my passion. So obviously my big thanks to my family. They thought I had some sort of crisis when I decided to tell them I'm going to open a business of my own. I'd never run a business. I did not know anybody else who had a business. But I knew that if we worked hard, if we kind of put in 110%, we would be successful. So just again, a big thank you to my wife, my definite better half, Nancy. Today happens to be my daughter Amy's 22nd birthday, so she's watching at home. So wish Amy a very happy birthday. And then it's the rest of us in terms of the entire staff. We have a tremendous team at Mathnasium. We have our assistant center director, Glenda, at the Campbell Center. We have our assistant center managers, Fernan and Alex, and they are the ones who really embody the spirit of Mathnasium. They are the ones who represent Mathnasium every single day if I'm not there physically there at the business. So again, a big thank you to everybody. My parents to kind of get me onto this path, to give me the right DNA and the right guidance to take me up in the future. My wife, my kids, who inspire me every single day to be a better person, who challenge me, who kind of understand what it takes for kids to succeed. And again, the Chamber has been a great source of inspiration. I had a chance of working with Betty Deal and also with Sally Howe, and they're excellent. Sally kind of, I chatted with her several times every couple of weeks, and she knew that education was a special part of what we needed to do. More importantly, the recognition coming from the Chamber, coming from locally, where the business is located means a lot. And more importantly, I know that this fundraiser, this event is meant to support education. We are giving out 3 scholarships for our Campbell High seniors to attend college. So it is connected in a way that I am passionate about, teaching and education. And again, I feel math is something that is something that anybody could be successful. We have had a whole range of students that have come to us. They all continue to enjoy math. And again, thank you to the Chamber. And I'll end with 2 words: math rocks. Thank you. Good night.
I am Santa Clara County Supervisor Dave Cortese, and many of the awardees or nominees this evening I know receive a certificate from my colleague Susan Ellenberg, and great of her to do that. Campbell would be squarely in her district that she's elected from. And of course, today we're squarely in the district of Mike Wasserman in Los Gatos. And you're wondering how I got here. I'm the liaison for, and have been for about 11 and a half years, to the county's Veterans Affairs Office. And so wherever Jim Free goes, I go. And he and I were talking about this, but I came here with the certificate of commendation framed for Mathnasium of Campbell Los Gatos today. And first of all, congratulations to all the nominees. Congratulations to the businesses. Thank you to the businesses for what you're having to go through. Not that anybody purposely created this situation, but what a challenge to try to do business in this environment. Thank you to the chamber. What a year to make sure you keep this event going. It would have been easy enough to say, let's not do it, but people need as much inspiration as possible. Speaking of inspiration, I have to thank Dr. Lowe for inspiring me that I still may have time to learn to play golf, number one. And secondly, someone in my family may still become mayor. I started my political full-time stuff at 45 years old after being in business for a long time. So thank you all. Congratulations to you all. Thank you again, Ken and everyone at the chamber, all the people who did all the hard work of organizing this. And let me just turn the certificate of commendation over to its rightful owner, Mathnasium of Campbell Los Gatos, for receiving the Business of the Year Award at the 52nd Annual Celebrate Campbell Virtual Gala Fundraiser. Very virtual, except for all of us here. You've shown tremendous dedication and service to improving the quality of life for the residents of Santa Clara County. Thank you so much. We can stand 6 feet apart. How's that? I had to use a bag to keep it secret, and you're welcome to take the bag if you want. I think they're legal again now. I'm not sure. So, all right.
Good job. Okay. To the staff, to the chamber staff. This wasn't written in the program, but I gotta say something. I can't believe we pulled this off, to be honest. Really, applaud yourselves. Mike, Kristen, Teresa, who's Ken's boss. Ken, I can't believe you did this. This was awesome. Seriously. You never know what you're going to do as head of our chamber, right? Amazing, amazing, amazing. And he's just done fabulous things for the chamber. And now this, of all things. Okay. Congratulations to all of our honorees. We didn't want this year to go by without thanking you, celebrating you, and making you feel special. Very important. Hope we did okay today. Okay. Please let us know your comments. Thank you so much for watching. We hope next year we'll be back to normal, whatever that means. But don't go anywhere. Lavender Fields is going to be playing and playing a little bit longer. So hang in there. Thanks so much and good night.
Headed down south to the land of the pine, strumming my way into North Carolina, staring up the road, pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the road in 17 hours. I'm picking me a book in Dogwood House, and I'm hoping for rally that I can see a baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Say, hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like a wind in the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Say, hey, hey, mama, rock me. Heading up the coast up in New England. I was born to be a fiddler in an old time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick the banjo now. North County winters keep getting me down. I lost my money playing poker, I had to leave town. But I ain't turning back to living that whole life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. Head of the cold, hot a row and nookie. Caught a tracker out of Philly, had a nice talkie, but he's heading west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get him on before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. And if I die in rally, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. I said, hey, hey, mama, rock me. Thanks, y'all. Folks, thanks so much for coming tonight. Again, my name is Steve. This is Ed over here. We are Lavender Fields Band. Thanks for coming and supporting the community of Campbell. Thanks for being so great. To everybody on Zoom and on Facebook, thanks for hanging out with us if you're at home, cozy. Been flying solo for so long. Nobody's singing the harmony. Up there just me in my shadow. No bass, no guitar, no tambourines. And I found you like a melody. You were singing in the same key as me. We had them dancing in the streets. I don't want to be a one-man band. I don't want to be a rolling stone alone. Putting miles on a rundown band. Baby, we can take a home show on the road. I lay down the bass, we carry the tunes. We'll get tattoos and we'll trash hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand. I don't want to be a one-man band. I want to count your wild dreams. I want to chase every high with you. Count every rip in those old jeans. We'll never learn how to sing the blues. Yes, I'm gonna be famous. Girl, I wanna be famous with you. We gotta only the groove. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone. Putting miles on a rundown bed. a home show on the road. I lay down the beats, we carry the teeth. We'll get tattoos and we'll treat hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand. I don't wanna be a one-man band. Spotlight goes cold, curtains come down, the chairs are all stacked and there's no one around. Nobody's paid, but we'll still be playing. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a rolling stone alone, putting miles on a rundown page. Baby, we can take a home show on the road. I lay down the beats, you carry the tones. We'll get tattoos and we'll touch hotel rooms. Baby, take my hand. I don't wanna be a one-man band. I don't wanna be a one-man band. All right, folks, thanks so much again for hanging out with us. Everybody be well, be safe. Thanks again to the Chamber of Commerce for having us. Everybody on Facebook and Zoom, hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves, and congratulations again to all the nominees and the winners. Ken, you got one more song for y'all, and then we're all set for the night, yeah? A website, yeah, you can check us out. It's lavenderfieldsband.com. Thanks so much. Again, my name is Steve, this is Ed, and I'll leave y'all with a little Tennessee whiskey. I used to spend my nights out in a bar room. Liquor was the only love I know. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom. Brought me back. Beyond too far gone. Tennessee whiskey, you're sweet strawberry wine. You're as cold as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. I look for love in all the same old places. On the bottom of a bottle's always dry. When you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause it's nothing like your love to get me high. Tennessee whiskey, you're sweet strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. As a glass of brandy, honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. Still sweet whiskey, oh, the sweet strawberry wine. Was born as a glass of brandy, honey, I'm stay strong on your love all the time. Yeah. All right, thanks, y'all. Be well, everybody. Be safe.